Like it's working, Lotro is working, and my mic is both working. We're working. Just messed up my screen. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, and welcome back. We're playing Lord of the Rings Online. Yes, it's time for Sunday Morning Lotro, and I am your host, Pharaoh the Gnome. We're going to be playing in the Corsairs of Umbar expansion, and I'm playing on my level 140 Human Champion. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, so here's where we're at. Basically, we got a summons to go back and speak with with King Elisor. You may know him as Aragorn. And he has gotten married to Arwen, I believe was her name, if my brain's not failing me. And he's wanting to go out among Gondor and all, and you know, reassure everyone that he's there to help them, and he wants to help rebuild, and so on and so forth. But his wife is worried that there may be some bad guys out there that will, you know, do him harm. So, just get rid of that there. I was snoozing a commercial on Twitch real quick. So he has agreed, as his wife has suggested, to have me and Legolas and Gimli, you may have heard of them, we're going to go out and we're going to check over everything, make sure that the heirs of, what is the name, Castamere or something like that, that there's none there, that they're trying to come back and take over and so forth, and so it'll be safe for him, while at the same time he's having us do things to help out and let people know that the king cares and the king is coming and so forth. So that's what we're doing. And basically, we started out right over here. It's like on the edge over here. There's a Minas Tirith, that's where they are at. So we're over here. We did some stuff to help out there. Hey, why can't I get back to where I was? That's weird. Let's just hit M again. So basically it was over here at the Harlan. We did a bunch of work over there, cleaned up some stuff and so forth. And we got a lead where some people were talking about the heirs. And they're sending us on down here to Arnold. Arnor. Was that what it? It's so hard to read with all this stuff on there. But along the way, we met somebody up right about there that gave us a quest about looking for some orcs and stuff in this area, so we'll be going back there to check that out. But we're right over here right now in Arnok. That's the name of it. It's right there, Arnok. And this is the epic storyline for Corsairs of Umbar, which is called, get to it right here, The Song of Waves and Wind. If you aren't aware, in Lord of the Rings Online, they have all the quests and side quests and arcing quests and side arcing quests and everything. And then they also have the main storyline of the game. Those are the epic storylines. And when you get higher levels, they go from being these called epic, volume, so on and so forth. There's some up there I need to go back and finish on this character. To being other things like the Black Book of Mordor. I can't remember what one I just finished was. Something about Durin. It's about the dwarves. I just finished that whole epic line. The one that starts here with Corsairs of Umbar and continues on in the next expansion and for foreseeable future until they go on to another epic is the Song of Waves and Wind. And that's what this is all about, where we're going through and trying to make sure that there's no hostilities left out there against the king. And that sort of thing. So that's where we're at right now. Baranor is on that, because you can see it's got the flaming ring up there. So we're about to continue this. So let's get going. Oh, I didn't do my thing. I got to do my thing. You know what I mean? It's the thing. We always do the thing, right? Let me get it right here. And then we will get over into the chat multi-stream so I can see everything that everybody is typing. Alright, and just as a reminder, I TriCast when I stream, so I am streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and X all at the same time. You can be on any one of those. We're going to add TikTok and some others here as we go along. I'm a multicaster. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Twitch and X. Alright, we got all that out of the way. Let's get on with playing the game. Happy Sunday morning, everyone.
Welcome, my friend, to Arnach. What brings you hither?
You explain that you seek word of Corsair activity along the coast of Lossarnach, and that some folk of Gondor believe Bellicor and the heirs of Castamir, that's the guy's name, still threaten the king's peace. Baranor rubs his chin. I do not doubt that some Corsairs fled into the wild when the fighting turned against them, but their numbers must be quite small, shouldn't they? I'll ask around the town and see what I can learn. Perhaps while I do, you will take care of some of the foes that do endanger Arnach. There may be some few brigands, as ever, but I speak mainly of wild threats, wolves, Ivank, and any beasts that grow bold when unopposed. I'm going to learn to read eventually. Just like my reading is going... Alright, so we are here in Arnach. Let's see if we can find some more quests. There may not be any until we open it up by doing this starter quest, but if we see any, we will grab them. Did I get the... yeah, before I stopped yesterday, I got the milestone. Check our map here. Looks like he's wanting us to go to all over the area out here. We got something over here as well. Let's go take a look at that. Where's that? It's this way, I think. Oh yeah, let's check our inventory. Looks good. Get our daily Hobbit gift. They changed this icon. This is the one that used to be like a pinkish purple vial, and it was basically your virtue experience thing you would take, and you get a bonus, you know, it's like this is 50 virtue. They changed the icon in this last update. So I don't know if I like it or not. I don't understand what that's supposed to represent. But at any rate, that's our virtue experience potion thing now. This is our typical thing we always get. Just move that over there. Let's check our reward track, because the reward track has changed. We're now in season 13 of the reward track. If anybody doesn't know, once you get to level 45, I believe it is, you can get your legendary items. Legendary items are specific to each class. You get a weapon and then a class item of some form. So once you get to 45 and get your legendary items, and you do a couple quests or whatever, I can't remember what level you have to hit, 48, 50, something like that, and you open up the reward track. So the reward track is anytime you get experience, if you get legendary item experience, with most things give you that, it goes towards the reward track. And you can see, if we go up to right here, you see there's an experience bar on rank 13 of the reward track. So it is gaining experience as it gets legendary item experience. And whenever this completes, I can hit the claim button on it. And the neat thing, you get a bunch of cool stuff to help your character. But every 25 levels there is a fluff item. So in this case, for this reward track, level 25 is the incomparable Coffer of the Dragon Hoard. Okay, the Dragon's Hoard collection. I don't know what that is, but we will find out when we get there. Level 50 is Legendary Coffer of Emerald Drakeling. So this is going to be a Emerald Drakeling pet. It's a visual companion, basically. Level 75 is Legendary Coffer of Glorious Memories of Gondor. Contains a cracked tracery token and a set of housing decorations to memorialize Gondor's glorious history. So it's going to be some housing items. And then at 100, Legendary Coffer of the Water Buffalo family. Contains a cracked tracery token, legendary enhancement runes, ancient script, Tome of the Water Buffalo Bull, Tome of the Water Buffalo Cow, and Tome of the Water Buffalo Calf. So that is going to be 3 pets, I believe, cosmetic pets. Alright, and as you can see here, since I've been playing this character already since this came out, and it'll have 2 months and 20 days left on this reward track for you to gain all that. We've got some here. We'll go ahead and hit the claim on them. You clearly don't have to do this. You can wait until the last day and claim them if you want. I like to be ahead of the curve and have them already claimed, because sometimes I forget to claim them right before the reward track season ends, and then you lose them because you didn't collect them. Alright, anything else I was wanting to do? Let's go ahead and drink some coffee. Give us a little bonus to our run speed, and we were headed this way because there was something blinking on the map. By the way, for anybody who is interested, I run Kinship. That is what a guild is called in Lord of the Rings Online. I run Kinship on the Gladden server that is called Lorebound Walkers. We are a very friendly, casual Kinship, and we are very good for new and returning players, as we will try to answer your questions, and if we don't have the right answer, we'll tell you exactly where you could go to find that answer, which usually is the Lotro wiki. But we will definitely try to help out. You can check us out. Go head over to Pharaon.com, click on the Pharaon, the gnome picture on there, and you'll find a Discord link there in the navigation that will get you over to our Discord server. Go to the introductions channel and introduce yourself. We'll get you into the Kinship, and you can come hang out with us and have a lot of fun. We have a bunch of people that play the game. We have officers in Southeast Asia, specifically the Philippines, and officers in America, and we're looking to get some officers in other parts of the world. We'd like to be a 24-hour a day, 365 day a year Kinship. And by the way, the new 64-bit servers will be opening up this week, and we will be going to the... God, there's fur all over this item. It's just driving me batty. I'm trying to clean it. Sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel! Anyway, like I was trying to say, we'll be going to the Peregrine server. That is a roleplay server, but understand, it is not roleplay enforced, it's roleplay encouraged. They will not be enforcing roleplay names or roleplaying or anything like that on the server. They've already said that it's going to be a server, just a normal server, but it's a place for roleplayers to go and find other roleplayers rather than your normal group of people. And the reason that we're going up there is because we are extremely nice, casual Kinship, and we don't want to be on a server with a whole bunch of elitists that, you know, tell you to get good, learn to play, and all that other stuff that you hear in games like World of Warcraft. We're not into that kind of crap. So that's why we're going to the Peregrine server. So at any rate, Monday we'll be able to create 3 characters if you're a subscriber to the game, to save your character names, basically, is what that's for. Then Tuesday, you'll be able to... I so apologize. I'm swirling like crazy here. You'll be able to transfer your characters. And Monday and Tuesday, both, you will not be able to log in and actually play on the new servers. It's just to create your characters and transfer your characters. Then on Wednesday, the server actually opens, and we'll be able to play on the day, and that day will be the day that I will actually be playing on the new Peregrine server. Speaking of which, everybody in the Kinship, you may have noticed that our Kinship house is gone. That is part of the transfer process. The Kin leader has to get rid of the Kinship house before they do their transfer. I will be transferring as quickly as I can and getting on as early as possible when the server opens on Wednesday on the Kinship leader. And the reason for that is because the Kinship leader, when they log into the new server, once they've done their transfer, it creates the Kinship right then. So I've already I will have transferred my Kinship over, but when he logs in at that moment, it creates the transfer. It actually creates the Kinship there on that server, and the Kinship will disappear on Gladden server at that moment. And the reason being there why I want to get in as early as possible, because as long as he's there, the leader's there, and it's created Kinship, when the Kinship members transfer over, when they log in, it'll automatically put them into the Kinship that they were in on the Gladden server. So it's kind of one of those things, it's a kind of a timing thing. If for any reason anybody gets in before the Kinship leader gets in and the Kinship isn't created, it's not a big deal. All you got to do is get in touch with a officer, and we just invite you back to the Kinship. It's not a big deal. The transfer portion of it just keeps your status, like, you know, how long you've been in the Kinship and when you joined and that sort of thing.
Greetings, stranger. You are timely, as I was ready to send word that we had a partial wall collapse here.
As you inform her of the bad blocks, her face grows troubled. Dire news indeed, and I feel the fool for not having noticed if our stock was tainted. I will check the stores immediately. Our stone is currently stored within a local barn. Meet me near the northern farms. Okay, so we've picked up another quest. That one's going to be over here, I believe. Is there anything else on our mini-map? Let's go ahead and mount up. Nope, not that mount. That mount will have me banging into everything because it'll be going too fast. There we are. It's my favorite mount here. Nothing over here. Just going to kind of run through town real quick here to see if I see any quest icons pop up on the mini-map. That's about the best way to know if there's any quests to pick up here, because when you look out here, it doesn't always show you new quests that are waiting for you to pick it up. Not seeing anything, so it looks like we're good to move on. By the way, for anybody that doesn't know, this is Lord of the Rings Online, referred to as Lotro. You can head over to lotro.com. Where did I come in? There it is. Lotro.com, that's Lotro.com. Create an account, download the game, and play to level 95 for free. The game's been out for over 17 years. Standing Stone Games is the developer of the game. It started out as Turbine, I believe, but it is Standing Stone Games now. And that's just going to be the bridge. Yeah, we don't go that way. So head over and get you an account and play the game. I think it's the best MMORPG on the market. It's extremely story based. I will say that, did I miss where I was supposed to go? It was over that. There it is. Okay. It is a very good game. A lot of complexity. It starts out very simple, but there's a lot of systems to figure out later on as you go. But like I was going to say, one of the things I would definitely point out is the game is highly story based, and it's to the point where that when you're playing through the game, you want to read as much of, if not all of, the quest dialogue on all the quests that you get, because that's where the beauty in the game truly is stored. The storylines are amazing. Not just the epic storyline, all the storylines are amazing. If you're not a reader, it's kind of a downer because they don't do a lot of voiceovers in this game. So I hate that, but beyond that, if you can take the time to read it, I think you will thoroughly enjoy the storylines.
It is as we feared.
Our stock within has also been seeded with poor quality stone. If I were a betting dwarf, and I am, I would say that we might find some answers in Egelent, where a group of bandits has set up camp. Down the hills and across the road they linger, attacking passerby on the road and stealing from the town when they can. The captain of the guard, Baranor, has been planning to root the swine, but his forces are stretched a bit thin at the moment. You seem like you can take care of yourself. Why not search their camp? Look for more of these blocks or any other clues that might tell us who is responsible for the deception. Alright, so we gained another quest there. Where's her thing at? What was that one there? That was, that's the one, Path of Stone, so it's that one. Okay, so it's down here amongst all these quests. Alright, kind of thinking we should go check this out, because I'm thinking that we're getting behind by missing this spot. And I don't want to have to redo areas. So let's head up there first, and we'll do that. Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. It's been a good weekend for me so far. Done a lot of playing MMOs and just chilling. Hadn't had a Subway sandwich in a long time. Went to Subway yesterday. It was so freaking good. I think I may grill steaks today. Picked up a couple of nice ribeyes yesterday at the grocery store. I'm thinking that's a good idea. And this is so beautiful out here, honestly. Just being careful. They're a bug. They're kick you off the game. There is a bug right now that they are aware of and working on. They just with the last update, they put in a bunch of quality of life changes, and they put in the new raid for the end game. And one of the things they changed, we'll pull this up here. If you look at the old deed log, Control L, it will bring up your old deed log. For anybody that doesn't know that, Control L will get you to the old deed log. So I click at the top. You got these tabs at the top up here for the areas, and then you got these little, like, I don't know what you call them, marker things at the bottom that is specific to the area of that. So if I look at Gundabad, that's where I was just last, I can very easily see over here, these are the ones I still need to complete. If I click this checkbox, I can see all the ones I have completed. Whenever I click on one of them, it clearly gives me the information over here. It's very easy to read, plenty of room to read it. Now, here's the thing. They updated the deed log. So let's pull up the new deed log. This is what the new deed log looks like. And squirreling here a little bit. The reason I bring this up is this is part of the bug that's going on right now that they're trying to fix. The new deed log, when you're completing deeds or it's updating deeds and stuff like that, will randomly kick you to desktop. It's an annoying bug. They say they're working on it, and I believe they are, and I give them the, I have faith that they'll get it fixed shortly. But right now it is an issue. But speaking about the deed log, we're going to look at the exact same thing we just looked at in the old deed log. So I'm going to go to Rovanian. Now notice there's nothing across the top, there's nothing across the bottom, it's all right here. There's Rovanian. I open that. Now I've got this massive green list here that looks like that's the same thing as these markers at the bottom of the old deed log. Okay, so already we're taking up a ton of space here. I'm going to click on Gundabad. Now look what it did. The whole left side of the deed log is taken up with what was just these tabs at the top and these markers at the bottom. Now half of my deed log is gone for that. So we lost half of our real estate. Inside Gundabad over here, these are red, but that doesn't mean that they're completed or anything. These are, I don't understand the coloring, but these are what was these. So now we've lost this real estate, and we've gone down to this real estate for what was this over here. So we're going to click on the same one. Gundabad continued efforts 204. Gundabad continued efforts 204. I click on that. Now, here's one of my biggest complaints with this. You see how we still got this up here? We've still got this over here. My details have gone down to this little area here, which was this whole side over here. It's much more readable, much easier to see. This is not as readable and easy to see. And let's come way down here. We'll click on Slayer of Gundabad 7 of 8. So I've got all this here, it's noticeable. I can figure out which ones I gotta do. I can see the rewards I'll get for finishing it. Let's pull the same thing up over here. Slayers of Gundabad 7 of 8. See already the problem there? This is up here taking up all this room. I've got this little area down here. I scroll down to see the information. And while I'm scrolling down, I got the other ones down below it. It's not enough that you go, oh, the game is ruined, I'll never play it again. But it's annoying. And if I come up here and open up one of these other ones, okay, now I've got this in this little space. The other one disappeared, so I got to open it back up and come down to... I'm not a fan. Not going to lie, I'm not a fan of the new deed log. I liked the color palette. I like the pastel, colors that they got going on. I think they're pretty. But I think they took away the usability of the deed log tremendously. And up here on the old one, you just click this completed. You easily get this list here. Over here, you click on completed. Right now it's locked up. Now, okay, now it's there. So, again, my completed is this massive freaking list over here. It's just not user-friendly. And one of the bugs they have right now that they are working on is, y'all can hear that I'm hitting the escape key. You notice how the old deed log disappeared? The new deed log does not disappear by hitting the escape key. So, you know, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I am definitely still hitting Control L to use the old deed log, and I pray that they don't get rid of the old deed log. I hope it'll always be there for me to hit Control L, because I'm not gonna lie, I can't stand the new deed log. I really can't stand it. Its functionality is so bad. Alright, so let's not dwell on that too much. Let's find, this is, the markers definitely need to be updated, because this is part of the problem with the old ones, finding which one you need. And it really should have just been like a streamer coming down with some words on it, so that you could tell which one it was that you're looking for easier. We're looking for Eastern King's Gondor. That's what we're currently in. So these are my current available deeds that I have in this area. It's just so much more user-friendly the old way. I really hope that Scenario looks at the deed log and what everybody's been saying about it and seriously considers rethinking the new deed log, because the old deed log worked. It really did. All we really wanted, at least from my point of view, the only thing that I really wanted in the old deed log, in a refresh of it, is more functionality. I wanted stats and stuff to show on there. I wanted it to show me, you know, numbers and stuff, like you've done this many of this many deeds in this area, that sort of thing. I didn't want to change the usability of it. That was definitely never something I was looking for. Maybe somebody else was, but I wasn't. Oh, good lord. Way too many freaking flowers. I can't see anything. There we are. So, yep, I'm not going to harp on it, but I hope they rethink the deed log. Why can't I get to the spot I'm trying to get to? It's like, it looks like we're at a cliff here. I wonder if I have to go down here and come around. I'm betting that's what it is. Love the audio in this game. My god, I love the audio. And the visuals. I will be the first to say wholeheartedly that I am a fan of stylized graphics, where the designers for a game takes a particular style that they're going for and they go with that, and instead of going with realism, I will take old stylized graphics like this any day of the week over realistic graphics in an MMORPG. Some people look at games like New World by Amazon and be like, oh, the graphics are beautiful. And I'll be like, yeah, they're nice looking, but I don't see a style there. It doesn't, nothing like cohesively tells me when I'm looking at it that it is, you know, New World as opposed to any other modern realistic looking MMORPG. When I look at an old MMORPG like this, it's got stylized graphics, I immediately can tell you that's Lord of the Rings Online, or that's EverQuest 1, or that's EverQuest 2, and so on and so forth. I can tell that's World of Warcraft. That's, when you go to realism, you lose that. And I wish more designers would stop going the realism route. I much more prefer this kind of graphics. And before I got off on that tangent, squirrel! Where I was going with that was, this game is over 17 years old, and to me, it's flippin' beautiful. Look at it. It's a beautiful game. It's absolutely beautiful. Anybody that tells you that this game is old and dated on graphics is an idiot, in my opinion. Where in the world am I supposed to go? I still can't get up there to where I thought I was going. That's interesting. We won't bother them. And, you know, the graphics and the audio together, just, I don't know how anybody couldn't love this game. Maybe this is a way up. We're getting further up the the mountain, but I don't know that we're getting any closer to my goal here. I may be on a red herring out here. I may not be heading there at all. So I'm highly under that belief right now that that's exactly what's going on. But, you know, what the heck? We'll just kill bad guys out here. We're getting credit for them anyway for some quest. I am 100% sure that we are going the wrong way, but at this point, we're already going there. As they would say, I'm not going to stop at the gas station and ask for directions. I'm just going to keep going. Keep on driving, Tom. Keep on driving. We got this. It's an adventure, people. An adventure. Let's take a gander here. Right now, the Gladden server has 329 people logged in. And over on the kinship, we're light this morning. Still early. We've got 3 people logged in. If we take off the online thing, and we put, there we are. We can see that we go to 4 pages in before we see that somebody logged in 2 days ago. So within the past day, we have 3 pages of people. So yeah, there's a lot of people to log in and play this game here in our kinship. Be sure to come over and check us out if you want to hang out with a great bunch of fun-loving people. Yep, so we can't get up right there. The bushes are really killing me here. I can't see anything over them, so I'm going to have to jump to try to take a look. Yeah, we just can't get up that cliff. Somebody needs to get out here with a lawnmower. Clear up this area. So we'll go around this way and see if we find a way up. We'll have to zoom out. It's the only way I'm going to be able to see anything with this large flora they got going on in this area. It's beautiful, but it's hard to see where I'm going. That's not a... Oh my god. That's not a way up. Nope. Granted, I think if I wanted to see this better, I could go in here, go to probably advanced graphics, and I could probably disable that. Now, we still got bushes, and I don't like disabling it because I like it. I love the look of that. What about that one? No. Oh, frill density. Yeah, that's still not going to get rid of it. I don't know. Something in there would probably let you get rid of some of this flora, but I don't like getting rid of it because I love the way it looks. I just get annoyed trying to find where I'm trying to go is the only thing. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. Slayer deed for those? I think I do, actually. I don't know about the badgers. No, I don't. It's just the gigantic bees I have a Slayer deed for. I can't take a drink of my coffee because I got a bee attacking me. Hey, Cole Blackstone, thank you for following me. I greatly appreciate that. Did we find a way up finally? Ah! Giant bee. Can you imagine getting stung by a bee that large? I mean, basically, that's like an insect with a dagger coming at you. It's not a good thing. That took care of all of them, and that spot is gone now. Interesting. Alright. I'm okay with that. Let's get on our mount and we'll ride down here and turn this quest in and see if she gives us a follow-up. The stinging bee is going to chase me now. Coffee's nice and hot this morning. It's just plain Folgers, nothing added to it. It's the way I like it. Straight black coffee.
Greetings.
I could hear the cries of the orcs all the way from here. So the deed is done then. Hopefully we won't have to deal with any more stray orcs in the area. With so many fleeing from the war, it can be difficult to track them all down. Thank you for your services. And good, no follow-up. Alright, cool. I don't like leaving loose ends, so I like the fact that that is finished. We do have a turn-in down here. Let's go do that.
You upheld your side of the bargain. I have done the same.
I asked around Ardok, and, well, it seems that a few of the people here have heard that Be'lakor the Scourge survived the fighting at Peligir and escaped into the wilderness. Some folk believe they saw him personally, though from a distance. He supposedly made camp to the south of Arnok in view of the river. If you wish to learn the truth of it, I suggest you there begin your search. So that's going to be this down here. We gotta go that way anyway for this stuff. Any others popped up? I don't see anything else popped up. So let's head out of town that way. You want to fight me, don't you? No Slayer deed for them, apparently. Can I make it up there? Yeah, there's a spot. Let's go ahead and turn on our tracking for ore. So if we see any, we can pick that up. Haven't got to the next tier of ore yet. I'm assuming that when I get out into the Umbar proper area of this expansion, that'll kick in. Because technically right now, even though I'm in the Corsairs of Umbar expansion, I'm in an older area. This is the Gondor area. Haven't gone south down towards Umbar yet. This is the story's leading up to that. Looks like they got somebody tied up over here. Let's go check on him. Okay, so as part of our quest, we need to free these captives. By the way, for anybody that's wondering, I am playing a champion, and I am playing him on the Deadly Storm. He is spec'd for yellow spec with AoE. Let's check to see right now our virtues. Currently working on this one here, just kind of going down the line. I've already got the ones that I want capped out or close to capped out, and then started letting it do the others. As I level up some more, I'll go back to the ones that I consider more important. I try to 100% everything, or as close as I can, so I get tons of virtue anyway by doing that. So I'm not too worried about it. I say as close as I can because some of these areas, like the last one I just did, the last expansion, Fate of Gundabad, I mean, that is an absolutely insanely massive expansion. And I have done everything in that expansion, short of the raid. And I'm down to the point where they're having me do repeatable dailies, and I've still got deeds to complete in that expansion. And it's just like, at a certain point you're like, alright, that's enough. Moving on. I'll go back and 100% that later on. Was the expansion good? Absolutely, the expansion was good. I'm not going to say it wasn't good. It was really good. The stories were fantastic in it. There were a couple of areas in what you would call in other games zones. There was a couple zones in the expansion that were annoying, but the stories were good. In particular, Deep Scrave, I think is what it was called. It and Cloven Lofts, I believe, was the other one. They had issues with getting around. It was a very 3D maze type of design, and that was very annoying. That almost make you want to punch your monitor. Every quest, indeed, you're trying to do required you to go through another freaking 3D maze. It's not just a maze. It's like vertical 3D maze. It's like I gotta go that way to go that way, and up to go down and around, and it's just like it was painful. But I enjoyed the expansion a lot. Just like I really enjoyed the War of Three Peaks expansion before that. That was a great one. Highly encourage people to take the time when you do that to go and do I think it's called the War of Mazog or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. It was a quest pack, I believe, that came out, from what I was told, it came out between War of Three Peaks and Fate of Gundabad. And in the middle of doing War of Three Peaks at one point, they'll send you back to talk to the king there in Erebor, I believe it is. And he tells you that he wants you to go check, read some books about the history of the, is it 6th or 7th? The 6th Dwarven War, I believe it is. And when you do that, poof, you go back in time. And now you're playing as a character back during the 6th Dwarven War. And that is that quest pack, or whatever they want to call it. I think it was a free quest pack from what somebody told me. And it is just as big as one of the expansions in the game. That one was fantastic. That was really good. That is, I 100%ed that one, and that's where I got this mount. And I love it. It's my favorite mount. So yeah, War of Three Peaks, and then that Mazog, I believe it's called Mazog. I'm probably using the wrong name. That quest pack were 100% worth doing. 100%. And then Fate of Gundabad was great. I'm really, really looking forward to getting in here and seeing the what Corsairs of Umbar has in store, because the last two expansions have been fantastic. There's somebody around me because I'm still there. He is. It's a sneak. Two of them, in fact. So I have what I'm saying is I have high expectations for Corsairs of Umbar. Let's head on down here to this quest location. The next spot. We got sneaks all around us. I play tons of alts because I am an altaholic. And because of that, I take lots of breaks on my characters before coming back to them. But because of that, I've been playing through the storyline on this character for over 2 years now. If you were to be playing it just straight, I don't believe it would take you that long to get through the whole storyline. But again, like I said earlier, I read all of the quest dialogue as much as I can. Sometimes I get tired of reading and I don't, but I try to read as much as I can. So I go through the game much slower than probably a lot of people do. Deep bestowed. Oh god, we went to this thing. It's going to be a worm slayer. Yeah. Kill 30 of them. Alright. I need to head this way. So yeah, when you see me playing this character, note that you are seeing me play the content that I'm in on him for the first time. I'm experiencing it with y'all because this is the furthest I've ever been in the game. It's been true for his existence, basically. Everything I play on him is the first time I've been there. For the most part. There were some points where I was playing some alts that got ahead of him, but they are no longer ahead of him. Alright, we found Gimli and Legolas again. Found the burnt timbers of an old campfire near the shoreline. Clothes inside this bag are of the style favored by Corsairs. The ash of the burnt timbers is cooled and no embers remain. Ah, boat. No longer seaworthy, this boat served its former occupant well enough. Gimli wants to talk with us.
This campsite might have belonged to anyone.
Just because it bears the signs of being a Corsair camp does not mean it was made by Be'lakor. Anyone could have come ashore here. Do I need to remind you that we saw him die aboard the Night Jewel? He could not escape from the dead, and did not. It beggars belief, Lorandon.
Gimli is right. This camp might have been made by anyone.
Be'lakor did not leave the deck of the Night Jewel alive. But this too can be true, Lorandon. It may not matter.
Be'lakor need not have survived to inspire those who believed in his purpose.
Is it not possible he might have become in death more of a symbol to his people than he could have remained in life? A man can be slain, it is more difficult to fully destroy that for which he stood. What if someone has taken his place, Lorandon? What if someone has adopted his name and his appearance in an attempt to rally the heirs of Castamere? We should tell Bedernor of this possibility so he can keep watch and guard against it. Okay. So that's going to take us back up there to Arnott. I think my brother's making breakfast. Sure hope that's true, because I am hungry. Whoops. Took off before I got on my mouth. Got 7 viewers right now, 1 of them on Twitch, 0 on YouTube. That means we've got a bunch of people watching us on X. There's no way so far for me to be able to put a counter up there on the screen for y'all to see for people that are watching on X. The only way I know is because the software I'm using tells me how many viewers I have, and I can obviously see 1 Twitch, 7 total, 6 must be watching on X. It amazes me how many people I get watch me on X. Never expected that. I do encourage and hope all of you will head over to youtube.com/Rome1 links right down there and hit subscribe, because I've been trying to get to 1,000 subscribers forever. I've been streaming on YouTube for over a decade. I think 14 years or something like that. Been streaming Lord of the Rings Online for over 2 years. Back in the day, I did Pokemon card openings. I really enjoyed doing that. I love collecting. Nope, we gotta fight first. See if I can get this other one in here as well. There we are. Moving on. Noticed something. I don't have a Slayer Deed accelerator running right now. That'll last for 6 hours. Doing the trying to 100% everything all the time, it does help run the Slayer Deed accelerator. It gives you 2 credit for 2 kills for each 1 kill going towards the Slayer Deeds, and you don't have to do it, but I like doing it. Good morning. For anybody wondering, I have Discord going, and I can hear them, but y'all cannot. Yep, I decided to get up this morning and play Lotro. I'm streaming Sunday Morning Lotro. You sound completely asleep. Oh, there we are. We finished the basic version of that. And now we have the advanced version, which is going to be 60. Oh god, I hate that I can't hit escape to close that window. We're almost back to civilization over here. No, I'm doing Corsairs of Umbar. I'll go back to 100% gun to bat eventually. Yep. So only so much you can take of repeatable missions. Cool. So your cousin plays Diablo 3 as well? Right. There's the person we're looking for. Alright.
You return. Tell me, what did you find? We must find out who is behind this.
The note that you found mentions someone named Gerafir, who is moving on to Imloth Milu. The gang you encountered in Eglant was to report to him once they had finished moving this shipment of stone into our warehouse. We must find out who is behind this. I recommend you go to Imloth Milu and speak with Captain of the Guard, Marinir. He may know something of this Gerafir. Okay, so we finished something here. Our reputation changed, okay, but which reputation was this? Known to the renewal of Gondor. Okay, so it's a new reputation, the renewal of Gondor. Deed bestowed. It doesn't show me. Oh, it's way down. I had to scroll down to it. Yep, don't like that. Don't like that at all. I don't like the delay it's got going on as well every time I click on it. So we got this one. Isn't it Friend to Renown, or is that the one we're going to do? You must. I don't know. I really don't. Yep. Alright, we got a new title. Known to the renewal of Gondor, and we gained 5 Lotro points. Lotro points is the real game currency, so to speak, and you can earn that, as you saw I just did there, by completing deeds in the game. So we just completed that beasting thingy majiggy there. We completed something else. How come that one's not showing up? That's odd. But you can see there are 5 Lotro points for finishing that one, 5 for finishing that one. So that's why I say that not only is the game free to play, but you can earn the currency to open expansions and features and such in the game by simply playing the game. I find that really cool. I'm gonna find my way out of this village eventually. There we are.
How can I be of service?
Deanna nods at you. Well done. Deanna's face is obscured, but you can sense a brief smirk. Interesting. Here we are. Baranor.
What have you discovered? Did Balachor survive the war?
You recount to Baranor what you have discovered, And what Legolas had to say about the fallen leader of the heirs of Castamere. The guardsman nods grimly. Aye. An impostor could cause trouble for King Elisor and for Gondor just as easily as Be'lakor himself might have done. We will remain alert for any who appear, and I trust you will do the same as you continue south and westward to the crossings of Erui. There are several small villages beyond the Erui that may foster similar sentiments as those here in Arnok. Good fortune go with you. Let's check our map. So he's sending us over this way, but you notice that other one that we had was sending us up here. So this is one of those points where basically the epic story sends you through, right? And you want to pick up the quest hubs and side quests as you go. Otherwise, you'll just follow straight through, which is fine. Some people do that. They just follow the epic story. But I know that this over here is not going to be part of that. So I'm not going to go down here yet until I've finished the side quest hubs that are in the area before I move on to that. So we're going to head up here to Imlath Melu. Thought I saw something, but I did not. And of course, one of the things you can do, by the way, if you aren't a fan of the new deed log, is you can get this plugin called Deed Tracker, and I love this thing. Deed Tracker is fantastic. The only problem is, I guess the plugins don't have the ability to like get history or anything like that. So the way Deed Tracker works is, as it sees in your chat over here that you've completed deeds, it marks them. If you've already done them, then you would have to go in and check mark them yourself. So that's one of the annoyances, but I tend to have Deed Tracker running, so any new character I make, it's automatically tracking the deeds, and I absolutely adore this Deed Tracker. In my eyes, it's better than the deed log ever has been. Alright, looks like we've got a number of quests here.
Could you spare a moment? You look as though the war has painted a stroke on you. War has taken the heart of my father. He idles in his work and has very little reason to speak to me. Could you possibly deliver a message?
The young woman hesitates for a moment before whispering a message into your ear to deliver. His name is Helga. You can find his homestead south of Imlath Melu. So I gotta check something. Yeah, she literally just gave us a quest to go back to where we were. Those kinds of things just make you want to scream. But yeah, that's exactly why I came up here.
For me?
Welcome to Imlath Melu. I am Melanor. I am overseeing the transport of supplies from the Harlan to Imlath Melu and the surrounding land. We have been getting reports that some of the townsfolk are not receiving the supplies they need to begin work on restoration efforts. Melanor looks off into the distance, tracking movement in the horizon. If you could lend a hand, we would be most appreciative. I've tracked several wargs to an abandoned camp east of Arnok. There seems to be a large warg presence in that area. Our supplies have also disappeared from those roads. Go and rid us of these fell creatures so that we may resume our work in haste. Let's see where she's sending us. Over here, another area we've also already been.
Will you lend me your ear?
Greeting, traveler. Welcome to Imlath Melu. She files through papers showing you little concern. I am surveying the land, and the damage done to it is spread far and wide from here to Pelargir. We seem to be missing a few crates of building materials. If you are keen to lend your aid, could you perhaps visit Arnok to the south and see if there are any materials that have been left behind? Our efforts to restore Gondor are vast, and a few items being unaccounted for is nothing new. So she too is going to send us back down to Arnok. Why, designers? Why do you do this to me? Why? You could have given me these quests when I was down there. You had to give them to me now that I've already done that area.
How can I be of service?
Alright, so we grabbed the Stable Master there. In other games, you may have known that as like the Flight Path, Flight Master, whatever, that sort of thing. That's basically what that is. It's just don't fly, you take mounts instead. It's not like I heard a message go dingy ding. Let me check something real quick. I did hear a message. Sorry, speaking with one of my officers right now. Uh-oh. I think we just we crashed the desktop. Alright, so let's bring Lotro back up. This is what they were talking about that happens here now. Since the last patch, you get random crashes. It'll just take a moment. Won't be that bad. There we are. We're back in game. It's going to be a thing that we're going to have to just deal with until they get that bug fixed. Hopefully it won't happen a ton. Me take care of something in the kinship real quick. Just give me a second. There we are. Alright. That is taken care of. Alright, let's see what we got. We got some alerts here. We got deed completed. I'll have to move this off over here because it blocks it. No idea what deed it completed. Title awarded. Traveler of Lossernach. And deed bestowed. We just gained Explorer of Eastern King's Gondor. Okay. And we gained 5 Lotro points. Let's move along.
Stay a moment.
Ah, stranger, please if you could spare a moment. We are well underway with restoration efforts in Gondor, rebuilding after the war, as you know. I have been overseeing the restoration of farmland. I'm a bit concerned about the increased population of badgers gathering to the southwest. Normally, these animals are harmless, but they are burrowing and digging much deeper and more frequently around the banks of the river Ilri. I don't know how to pronounce that, honestly. I wish they'd make that in all MMOs to where that when they have a name of something, that you could click on it and it would give you, an audio of what that actually sounds like. It would so help, so in your mind you know how to pronounce it when you're reading it. I foresee this having long-term effects on the farming efforts in Arnok. Could you aid me in driving them away? We would be most grateful. Alright, another quest for us. It's going to be over here. Maybe over here. Hold on, which one is that? No, it's going to be the badger one. Oh, it's over here. Okay. What else we got? I know we need to go that way to get up to that. Where is that? Did I miss a turn back here? Doesn't look like a spot where you could turn, but the map shows it that way. Maps in this game are more like suggestions rather than actual directions. I can smell that my brother is making breakfast in there. I smell biscuits and I'm hoping I smell gravy. I think I do. He was talking about making some gravy today.
Yes, I know of him. In fact, I wish his name had come to my attention less lately.
He's an awful brute who has no qualms about trying to swindle the good folk of this town. You should try looking for him in the market. I think I saw him slink that way earlier.
If you are here to help, I ask that you seek out Chief Healer Brunil in the Hall of the Gentle Hand.
She has been asking for help with something. Okay. Is that near here? Don't know. See if these doors are openable. That one is. What is that area? Hall of Lady Vanulus. They haven't told me to go in there, but that doesn't mean anything. As y'all very well saw, there was quest up here I needed for the area I was just in, and there was no indication that I needed to go there. So we will go in here and see if there's quests, which there are not currently at this time. So we'll head back out. Yes, he is making breakfast. I don't see anything up here. But that doesn't mean anything. We gotta ride around and see if anything pops up on the mini-map. There could be a quest hiding somewhere amongst all these people. It's the great quest to find the quest. Look how beautiful this area is. Probably something up there, but you know what? At this point, we haven't seen anything. Let's go back down here to get to this. Then we'll come across to get to that. Where was that at? It should be right here. Oh, there. Garifir sees you and makes a run for it. Oh, does he now? Where is he at? I never saw him. Yeah, he ran. I have no idea where he ran to. So much for that. I guess we'll go over to this spot. There's where we're headed. Hall of the Gentle Hand. That was something. It hadn't drawn in that at first, so it just looked like water was floating in midair. I got a feeling the biscuits are done because I just heard the oven going off. Okay, can't go up there. Ah, here we are.
I heard you were quite instrumental in assisting with the defense against the enemy.
I wonder if I might press you into service for something less grandiose, yet just as important to me. One of my staff has gone missing. Rendis oversaw the care of the medical text here in the hall. She always took her job very seriously, so I was quite surprised when she vanished one day, along with many important texts. I took her for a traitor, but I recently found a note she left behind which might explain her disappearance. Unfortunately, it is written in a medical shorthand unfamiliar to me. Will you take the note to her old teacher? You can find him in the potions wing here in the hall. He may be able to translate it for us. You will find the note on the table just there. Alright, so breakfast is done. I need to go in there and fry some eggs and bacon real quick. So give me about 10 minutes and I will be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and surprised to see there's more here than when I left. I don't understand that. That's never made sense to me. People come and watch more when I'm not streaming and not doing anything than when I'm actually doing something. It's bizarre. Alright, so I got bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy. I'm hoping that the bacon is good. It's a little bit old, had a little bit of a smell to it, so we will find out. Yeah, tastes good. Absolutely. Make some room over here. Put my plate down. My headset back on. And I am back. Thank you, thank you. I got my breakfast here. Bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy. I don't know about that. Did Charles say that? Oh, he said no milk the other day. Let's see here.
You say you may have a clue to the whereabouts of Rendis. Well, give it here.
You hand over the encrypted note, which he squints at, nodding. This is written by Rendis, but I am not sure it helps much. Tis merely a list of items she planned to purchase from the market. See here, she planned to speak with Therian and Brenian. Why don't you seek them out and see what Rendis wanted? They may have some idea of her whereabouts. Let me get some of this here food. You'll get the added benefit this morning of not only watching me play Lord of the Rings online, but also eating breakfast. Why can't I get this biscuit to cut? That's good. That's really good. Okay. So he said in the markets, I believe, so I'm just taking a look around. But I believe we need to go back outside. Pretty sure of it. Let's go ahead and head that way. And I will slowly consume my breakfast. Quite good. Yeah, see, now we've got these over here lit up. That's exactly where we need to head. Biscuits and gravy. I like biscuits and gravy. Somewhere over here, I think. Doesn't show up on. Oh, there. Careful, Maury. Has collapsed. Oh. We got him.
Okay, all right, I'll talk. Oh, my aching side.
Ah, why are there so many steps? This blasted city is too hilly. Oof. Wait, I said I'll talk. You're wasting your time with me anyhow. I'm just the middleman. You really want Mengar. He paid me to organize the shipment of his stone down to Arnok and the Harlond. He's at his warehouse in the western part of the city, but you had best leave him be. He won't go down without a fight, and he has plenty of protection. Now leave me be. I was just doing my job. But you were doing an evil job. Alright. So that's going to be back over here. I wonder if since we're over here, we should go ahead and talk to these two people first. Gives me time to eat more of my biscuits. Here we are.
Randy's?
Why, I haven't seen her in weeks.
A fortnight at least. Maybe longer, maybe. She was looking for a sturdy bag. Brought a few books of different sizes along, trying them out for size she was. Went with what I call the big brown sack. Sturdy straps on that one. Good for hiking and overnighting. And books too, apparently. Not sure why anyone would need so many books as all that. Say, can I interest you in a bag? How about a sack? I think she was clearly looking to take those books somewhere.
Aye, she came by. Haven't seen her for some time, though.
She bought seeds and quite a few sacks of grains, breads, and dried meats, and vegetables enough for a feast. Carted it all away without even inviting me to whatever party she was throwing. Now that I think of it, perhaps she wasn't the one throwing the party. You see, her living quarters were off that way, but she carted off that way. The merchant points first towards the east and then to the west. Interesting. So she took supplies as well. I believe evil might be afoot. Only 3 of us online right now. Wow. It is Sunday morning, though. Let's go down this way first. I think this is the warehouse one down here with the bad guy. Not sure which one of these places is it. Let's look on our map. I think we just went back. There isn't a door around this way, is there? It does not appear that way. So we'll go back up around this way. I just realized I'm an idiot. I had a fork already on this plate. Put a bunch of food on top of it. Then as I was leaving the kitchen, I grabbed a fork. I have 2 forks. I think we may have some trouble here. I put my food down so I can deal with it. As they would say, hold my beer. I hate ranged mobs. They annoy me. Accounts book, where's that at? There it is. Found a journal full of incriminating accounts. I found the bad guy himself. Got him. Oh, gotta pick it up again. Okay, so I think we're done here. It's tasty too. All right, so now let's go up here to the healing place. And I believe we gotta go tell her what we've found. Hall of the Gentle Hand. Weren't we going back to talk to her? Maybe we weren't. What are we coming in here for? Hold on. They done one of their trickaroos on me? The encrypted note. And the encrypted note says return to Atheron. Oh, maybe that's the guy down here that we talked to last. Yep.
You return. Tell me what you've discovered. Is Rendis found? I know for sure there were no parties or gatherings around the time she vanished, as we were preparing for potential invasion.
Just a moment. The merchant said she headed off west. Could she have? There's a cave in that direction that Rendis has mentioned before. She was always insisting that the dry air within would be beneficial to some of our moldier books, but you don't think? Please, Rendon, the cave is west of here, someplace between Imleth Malu and Tumladen. You should take the south road out of the city and pass through the forest. I wish I knew more, but please search for her there. Okay, so maybe she isn't doing bad. I swear I thought I saw a ring pop up back there, but I didn't. It was just me imagining things. Bum, bum. All right. We have this one spot back over here. It's part of that one. So Gondor's Garden. And it says return to so-and-so. So yeah, we do need to go over there. That's messy. Woo. Why is it? No, it's not. Never mind. Cool. The mini-map was showing a ring over there. Where we had just come from. So it was rather confusing.
So, Maingar was behind the shoddy stone. That does not surprise me.
But I am saddened that someone would try to profit in a way that could cause harm to others, and sorry that you had to deal with him, but glad that you did. While you were busy with Maingar, a dwarf named Kolnadak came round looking for you. You will find her just over there. In here? I think, because there's a on the mini-map there's a ring right there, so hopefully that's where I'm supposed to go. Here we are. Yep.
Dingasi sent me to check on things up here. But it seems like you have already handled the situation.
You hand her the journal and explain Mianger's involvement in demise. She flips through the pages, shaking her head. Handled it, you certainly have. My. I thank you for your continued help. Those slabs of soft stone Mianger was trying to slip in could have led to structural damage at best and loss of life at worst. You have done a great service to Gondor and the dwarves of Furkzahar. My friend, I will let Dingasi know that the threat to our reputation, the danger of shoddy stonework, is over. Okay. So that ended that little quest line, apparently. Alright, so it looks like we're done for Imloth Malu proper. Got a lot to do out here. I say we come out and we do this area. And swing back around here, and then head over here. But first we'll turn these quests in back up here to see if they give me follow-ups that put me out here as well. Because you know that happens all the time in these games. Alright. Jump off of our mount and start killing bad things. I believe we're supposed to be killing badgers out here. I'm not real sure. Or was this the wargs? I don't know. Okay, it's not the badgers. I haven't been getting updates from the bees either. Let's try a wolf. Not the wolves. The purple one, wargs, yeah. It's called defeat and wargs. Okay, so there's wargs around here somewhere. Where are these wargs hiding at? Is it further out here? I mean, it's all this area is what it claims. It's a badger. We don't need any stinking badgers. We need wargs. Wolf? Huh, man almighty. There, right there. That's a warg. And server lag. It's precisely why we're going to the 64-bit server this week. I could use more wargs. Man, they really got these wargs spread out, don't they? Man, I can't believe I can't find more wargs. It's a very wargless area. I need a warg den. Move this out of the way. There, I see a warg in the distance. Oh, we got something here. Fleeing from their defeat at the Battle of Pelennor Fields, deadly wargs have taken over Galadir's Dell. They must be driven out, lest they grow in number and threat. So I think we found the warg den. And there was one sneaking around. How you do it, my friends. Oh, don't crash. Woo, thought it was about to crash there. There, we just finished something. Warg Slayer. And there it goes, it just crashed. We just finished a deed, and by golly, it crashed. It's been happening since the last update that they put out. We'll get it back up here. Give me a little bit of time to eat some more breakfast. I'm not opposed to that. I can't wait for him to fix that bug. They were so good. Alright, we're back in the game. Deed completed, deed bestowed. Not sure what that deed is. Tile awarded, aid to Losternacht, and 5 free Lotto points just for playing the game. Of course, we gotta move this again because the game crashed. So I think we got all we needed. Let me highlight one of them to see. There's a leader over there. We have the advanced Slayer deed for them, so since we have an area where they're at, let's go ahead and do the advanced Slayer deed for them. Do something here real quick. Gondor. Is that the right one? Yes. Warg Slayer Advanced, add to tracker. There we are. 18 of 60. And of course, we're using our Deed Slayer Accelerator. So we'll get credit for 2 for each one that we kill. Really? Y'all are gonna give up? I went too far away from y'all. Alright. One more. Oh, he's a stalker, so he's gonna walk over slowly is what the problem is. Are you here yet? Man, server's lagging bad now. No, boy, stop that. Elvis coming over here, saying he wants to claw stuff. Elvis is my cat, by the way. He wants attention, that's what it is. And just like any cat, when they want attention, they try to do things that you don't want them to do, because that'll get your attention. Come here. Oh, big boy. You're so special. Say hi to everybody. My giant Maine Coon cat. I love you. You're special. You know that? Special. Say hi to everybody. Say, hey, everybody. I'm Elvis the cat. I love you, too. You're so special. My pretty boy. You're wanting food, I know. Either that or you want me to play with you, one of the two. But I'm streaming right now. Daddy's streaming. I know you don't like the streaming. It's a good boy. You're a good boy. He'll be back in 5 seconds. Let's see if we can finish up these this Slayer deed before I have to take care of him. Because he won't give up. That is not in his vocabulary. Anybody who has a cat knows that. You see, he's back again, and he'll continue attacking cords or anything that he knows I don't want him to mess with. That is a cat's prerogative. Stop, stop, stop. He's actually quite good compared to a lot of cats, because Maine Coon cats are very, very nice. They're like the dogs of the cat world. Still a cat, still will do cat things, but they're a little nicer. than most cats. They want to please you, and you can see whenever they displease you, it bothers them. But at the same time, they're still a cat, so they do the things that cats do, which gets them in trouble and gets them into the point to where they're upset that they upset you. It's kind of weird. But they are awesome cats. Very docile. Okay, we finished that Slayer deed. Alright, just get rid of that there. Let's see where we're at. Let's... can we call back to Arnok? We got 5 points there. Arnok, there we are. We'll call back to Arnok over there. Baby boy, please. Please stop. Stop. Be a good boy. Alright, we got 2 hours out of this. Wish we could have got longer. This morning. But Elvis has determined that it's his time now. Are you watching this right now? Holy crap. Hello to the Philippines. My girlfriend is watching us right now. She just sent me a message. Yes, he needs food. Just looking at something that an officer sent me. That's really cool. Alright. Alrighty. Let's see here. And it is 10 a.m. here, which means that it is going on midnight in the Philippines. And if I know anything, that means that Anna will be going to bed here soon because she's got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Let's see. Where am I supposed to go here? Nah, he went over there. He's eating his dry food now. Oh yeah, the building supplies. That's right. Where's my phone? And what's the deal with this person here?
Leave me be, Wanderer. I have no words for you.
Examine the rubble. Is there rubble? Oh, there's rubble. Rotten food. It was literally right by me, and I went all the way around trying to find it. I want more of my breakfast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was a what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Talking to somebody in Discord y'all can't hear. Alright. Finish up these quests here, then I'm probably going to call it for this morning. Oh, what's that? What are you talking about? Oh. Thought you were talking about me. I was like, oh crap, what did I do?
What business do you have rummaging through my belongings? I said leave at once!
Hugger has become agitated. Remind him of the sorry state of his homestead. Has seemingly reopened a wound or a memory he would rather forget. Who was it? Oh. I'm clearly clicking in the wrong spot over and over. Is there anything else I was supposed to do here? Building supplies, in that direction. Right? Huh. So, I don't know if she's still watching, but Anna, my young Gabi, I hope you sleep well. She just told me she's about to head to bed. Anybody who's ever been in a long-distance relationship knows the challenges. She and I live literally on opposite sides of the world. We're 8,500 miles away from each other. And when I'm getting up in the morning, she's going to bed. When she's getting up in the morning, I'm going to bed. It sucks. Any millionaires out there that would like to help, please feel free to send me enough money to quit my job and move over to Southeast Asia. And I'll be more than happy to give you credit for that. In every single stream I'll say so-and-so saved me from having to work on the opposite side of the world of my my love. I know that's never going to happen, but hey, you can dream, right? Instead, I intend to retire to the Philippines or somewhere in Southeast Asia, likely the Philippines, whenever I retire a number of years from now. It's much less expensive. It's a lot more inexpensive to live in Southeast Asia than it is in America, which is well, it's true of a lot of places actually, like South America and Mexico and so forth. A lot of people do that as well. That's one of the reasons that Americans more and more, or Westerners at that, you know, Canadians and so forth, are choosing to, when they retire, move to the Southeast Asia, because their money will go a lot further in retirement there. They have the same medical and everything available. You just have to go to a big city for that, and it's actually extremely cheap compared to the West. So I encourage people to check that out. Invasive badger. What is this? Huh. The heck did I just do to it? Oh, I shooed it. I said shoo and it ran away. So apparently that's what I'm supposed to do here, is shoo the badgers. Oops. Except if you're a bad person. If you're a bad person, please don't retire to the to Asia, because you'll ruin it for the rest of us. If you're a good person, then by all means. There's a large populace of what they refer to as expats over there, Westerners retiring to Southeast Asia and absolutely loving it. I will do that. That is not what I typed. Does anybody else notice that whenever you do the swiping on your phone to type, you always get words that you not even close to trying to get. I had a friend that I used to work with a long time ago that we decided that we weren't going to fix them. And whenever it would give us the wrong words, you know, it's autocomplete crap, we would just send it anyway. And we had the most hilarious conversations doing that. Alright, we need 3 more of these invasive badgers. Come on, get up there. There we are. 2 more. We're almost done. And now that I look at it, we're almost over here to that cave. Might as well go over to the cave. Get 1 more badger. There we are. Alright, that finished that one. So, yeah, why don't we just go ahead and head over to this cave, see what we got going on over here. This is where the person went with the books and the seeds and everything. We're going to find out if everything's okay. God, I love breakfast. I don't eat breakfast much because for years now I've been doing my doctor recommended, which is intermittent fasting. So basically, during the week at least, I try to not eat breakfast, so I'll go from dinner time until lunchtime the next day without eating. And it's actually done pretty good. But the problem is that I really love breakfast, so it's hard doing that. But yeah, I do get benefit out of it. I see the benefit. Granted, the largest benefit I've found health-wise that I can pass on to any of you, and it is a really hard one to deal with, giving up soda. Giving up soda, which I fell on this all the time. But when I'm off of soda for at least a month, I end up finding that I feel a lot better. And a lot less bloated. You know, it gets rid of a lot of the inflammation that causes issues. So yeah, if you can stop drinking soda, I'm telling you, do it. If you can do it, do it. It's hard to do because soda is an absolute addiction. And I struggle with it all the time. But when I have managed to do it for a month or 2 at a time, whoa, I really feel better during those periods. There should be a cave here somewhere. Found a cave mouth. There it is. I try to drink more water, obviously, coffee, and tea. You don't want to replace it completely with coffee because you don't need all that caffeine, but a glass a day isn't bad. Not a doctor. Please check with your medical physician before making any adjustments to your eating and drinking habits. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah. And I've been trying for a few months now. I don't know how long I've been trying to do this. Trying to get into drinking hot tea, because supposedly that's good for you. And it is hard. For those over in Europe, I'm sure you're probably laughing like, why is that hard? You're hard. It's great. We do it all the time. But to Westerners, Americans in particular, we don't drink hot tea. That's not something we grew up doing. We drink cold tea, in particular sweet tea. We love that. Hot tea, not so much. So trying to get into drinking hot tea is pretty hard because tea is bitter. Very, very bitter. I've been slowly acclimating myself to it and finding different ones that I enjoy. I like, been drinking some teas by Bigelow, I think it is the company. And I like salted caramel, and I like the vanilla that they have. Are we supposed to find that lady in here? I'm betting that she's here hiding from the spiders or something. She probably didn't know about them. That's my guess right now. Oh, what do we got here? This is pretty. Hey, we found her.
Who are you?
You explain that Brunil and Atheron have sent you to find her. Brunil and Atheron? They yet live? Oh, what a happy day this is. On that topic, what day is it exactly? Her mouth drops open with shock as you tell her the date. How did so many days, nay, weeks pass? And you say that the war is over and the enemy is no longer a threat? My goodness, I came up here with some of our more essential medical text. You see, I was sure the Morgul horde would soon be on our doorstep and that Imlith Malu would fall to their flames. My beloved books. Well, they are such important text. I could not risk them, you see. I only meant to stay for a bit. I really did mean to check back and see if it was safe to return. Only, I suppose I got distracted reading. She sighs, looking wistfully about the cozy cave. Well, I suppose it is time to make my way back. Thank you for bringing me this news. I shall take some time to pack up my things. Please let Brunil and my teacher know that I am returning. So, why are these blinking? This slim, unassuming book is entitled Poisonous Plants of Pelennor and Beyond. To break and to bind, and seems to be about setting bones and how to make splints. So basically each book here is going to, we click on it and we can find out what it is. Its title has been worn away and lost with time, but its pages are full of drawings displaying organs and other things that are possibly better left inside one's body. I would imagine she carried a whole bed out here. I don't think so, people. The binding of this slim book shows signs of heavy use, and its pages are dog-eared and creased. The title is Midnight in the Garden, and its contents are enough to make one's cheeks redden. This is Gondorian Herbology, a book on remedies made from plants and herbs found across Gondor. This appears to be a compendium of various ancient texts and presents an overview of medicine as it was practiced in ages long past. Flipping to a random page, you pause as you read a suggestion for applying spoiled sheep's milk mixed with weak old fish guts directly to a wound. Good Lord. That's horrible. Okay, so there's nothing else down here. It's just her and these books. I thought that, there would be more to this. What the hell is that? Okay, I didn't see that at first. That seems bad. And she doesn't seem to be bothered by it. I think there's more going on here than meets the eye. That was trippy. I turn around and I see a giant something staring at me. I couldn't click on it or anything. Don't have a Slayer deed for these, no. Is there anywhere else in this? Yeah. Let me check all of the corridors. The Queen was up here somewhere. It was right back there. There wasn't a way out that direction. Just strikes me as odd. I want to investigate this. Oh, there was... So that was nowhere to go, and this was nowhere... So there's nowhere else here. That was really bizarre. Did I get a, I don't know if I got the milestone at this spot. It would be nice if I did. It would get back there faster. Let's go to Arnoth, though. Yeah, Arnok. We don't have the other one. We can go from Arnok up there. It'll be fine. My brother was just asking me how the gravy was that he made. I said it was good. Oh, you know what? Well, actually, we want to take the stable master because there's some people we need to stop and talk to along the way up there. Everybody watching, I appreciate you very much. Very glad that anybody finds anything I do entertaining. I do this because I love to play games. I love to play Lord of the Rings online. And I love streaming. So if y'all get anything out of it, that is an absolute bonus to me. If you're over on X or Twitch, please hit the follow button. And if you would, please head over to youtube.com/FromOne. It's right down there. And give me a subscribe over there. I'd really appreciate it. That way there.
I must apologize. I knew he would be reluctant to speak to you. I had hoped that your experience in the war would still his fervor. His will to continue on with meaning was lost, along with my mother.
Alright. And at any rate, head over to youtube.com/FromOne and subscribe to me. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Please, 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 and thank you. Alright, let's continue with what she said. Cedrine steels herself before continuing. After the war, many parties retreating would often trouble us on the way to Belagir. My father's homestead was raided, ransacked, and pillaged of anything valuable. He tried to stand his ground, but those brigands chose to ruin his home. My mother Melnith was inside when the building collapsed. So you see, reminding him of that moment may have angered him. There's something you should see. Cendrine tells you of a place Melnith used to frequent daily. Most of the time when I would visit, my mother would be away. Father thought she was visiting the markets, so I followed her one day at a distance. I never got too close, but there's a spot in the forest she visits daily. Perhaps there is something there that could help you.
What can I do for you?
I've been tracking you. We have already seen the presence of wargs lesson of late. This could truly be your calling. You should consider the worthy path. Melanor looks down and smirks, but I won't stop you from moving on if you have other business to attend. We are grateful for all your help dealing with the wargs.
How can I be of service?
Himro takes a full account of all the materials you delivered. Many thanks, traveler. This should account for the missing materials from my ledger. You may go on your way. That was very quick and to the point, I would say. We gotta turn in up here and then over here, and that's where we'll call it for this morning.
How can I be of service?
Yes, it seems the badgers have been driven off for now. They will eventually return, I'm afraid. I imagine the farmers in Arnok should be pleased by this news. We'll have to make plans for the future if the badgers continue to pester the river Ariel. Critham puts up his hand. Could you please deliver a message to Arlok in Arnok? He is the one who specifically posted this request. Okay. And finally, one last place to go over here. Yep, so I figured it's this place right in front of us. It's a couple of adventurers right there.
Since you will be out in the forest, might I impose upon
Really?
you another task as well?
He couldn't have gave me this when I talked to him earlier. We have run low on both fungil and lethalin, both of which can be found west of the city. Fungil, also known as night star, is a mushroom which grows in dark places like caves, and lethalin is a plant which loves to spread across the forest floor. Both are essential in many of the potions we make here in the hall. Please gather what you can and bring it back to me, and I shall reward you for your time. I look at him and I go, grrr, grrr. Why couldn't he have given me that quest when he knew I was going out there? Sometimes I tell you that the designers, they want to see just how far they can push you before you punch your monitor. Okay.
You return! What news of Rendi's?
You let her know that the librarian is safe and on her way back to the city with the medical tomes. Holed away in a cave and lost track of time? That fool of a girl was always getting lost in a book. Well, I'm equal parts annoyed and relieved. I will let Atheron know to expect her back. He and I will have a very stern talk with Rendis about all of this. I suppose this is the best possible outcome I could have hoped for. You have my thanks. Okay, so that quest line ended. Interesting. So there's got to be something that sends me back over there to that big thing we saw staring at us in the cave. There's no way that's just a thing that's just there. There's got to be something that's going to send us back over there. But for now, we're going to assume that we don't have anything to do with it. And let's check our map before we call it a morning. Let's see. Nothing out here. We still got something to do over here. And the guy just gave us the pick mushrooms and crap over here. And the main epic storyline sending me down here. So we won't do this yet. We'll do these things. And that will be next time. That's going to do it for this morning, for this stream of Sunday Morning Lotro. I hope everybody had a good time. I had a fantastic time. As always, hit the follows, hit the subscribes, get me to 1,000 subscribers. I know you can do it. I have faith in all of you. I love you all very much. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, morning, night, or whatever time it is, wherever you